Hey guys, I'm back here for another video, and we're going to take a look at this Marvel Legends Infinity War Captain America. Alright guys, we got the figure all opened up. It's a pretty cool figure. There's a lot of new pieces. Actually, everything on the figure is new. Well, at least from when it came out. And a lot of the pieces are still pretty unique to this figure. The only ones that were reused for the Infinity War cap are the thighs down, not even the hip pieces. It's just the thighs down that were used, and maybe the crotch. But these definitely weren't reused, and nothing up here was reused. Possibly the elbows, maybe. I've never gotten a good look at the Endgame cap from that. But for sure, the lower legs, or the thighs down, and then probably the crotch, but definitely not the hip pieces. But everything for this figure is unique to this figure. Actually, I guess not now because they're doing a new Infinity War cap. But that new one actually has a lot of new pieces too. Like all the arms are brand new. I think possibly it might be the same forearms. It's not these forearms. It might be these ones. Because if you look closely in the pictures, it definitely looks like the sleeve or the glove covers some of the hand. So it leads me to believe that we're actually getting these wrists with a plastic glove piece going over top of it, which would be very cool because that would give us the option, if we wanted to get two of them, it would give us the option to use those glove tops for maybe an Age of Ultron custom, or actually that's really the only time his gloves are this big like this. So, but it would be a cool opportunity to put those over wrists like this. You just cut this little tab off, and they can use those for like Age of Ultron gloves. That would be pretty cool. But for Cap's accessories, we do get this single Wakandan shield, which is isn't very accurate to the movie, unfortunately, but it still looks pretty cool by itself. We get this Build-A-Figure Thanos head. Color's a little inaccurate, but it's alright. And then we get two fists. You don't get this, I just had him sitting in front of it. This is a Marvel Legends Captain America Falcon from the Toys R Us 3-pack. That's what that is, just repainted. Let's get this out of here. Cap do be falling. Yeah, so I haven't seen any particular concept art where the shield looked like this. But for the most part, it's pretty cool. It's alright. And then, so yeah, this figure, I really wanted to get this figure back when it came out because I wanted to use it for a Civil War custom. And some of that creativity went away a little bit because the Endgame figure came out, and it's like, well, I mean, no matter what you do to make a Civil War custom, like for example, you cover up these the wear marks on here, and you add a new star, you swap out the forearms and the head, it's really not going to be all that accurate to Civil War. There's plenty of things that aren't accurate to Civil War, which is like this A shape on the diaphragm, the style of buckles on his straps here, the red stripe going down here. It should be more like one line for the Civil War suit, whereas this one has two lines coming down. And then also, if you were to swap out with these forearms, the Winter Soldier forearms, these ones aren't even really accurate to Winter Soldier. They're more accurate to Winter Soldier concept art. Kind of same with the boots, not actually the movie. So the actual Endgame figure is the most accurate to the Civil War suit because it has the correct forearms. It even has new hip pieces, which has the pockets coming down closer to the front of the thighs. So that makes that more accurate. Really, the Civil War suit is, or the Endgame suit is the Civil War suit. There's just slight differences that I've noticed. When you look at pictures side by side, there's like you don't get to see them on the figure, but there's like this little elastic piece that goes between the shoulder blade and then the the harness here, and it's like more of a like a purpley color in Endgame, and then also the area right here is shaped a little bit differently in the Endgame suit than the Civil War suit. But for the most part, the Endgame figure is much more accurate to the Civil War suit. So it makes me not really want to turn this into a Civil War figure. So I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between an Age of Ultron custom or my own design, taking the best parts of the Civil War suit and the Age of Ultron suit. Like, for example, keeping this style of boot and the gloves from the Civil War suit, and using kind of like the white design on the arms from the Age of Ultron suit, because I don't really like the boot spurs and the gloves from Age of Ultron. It kind of looks like he's wearing like a winter suit. Like, everything looks kind of bulky, just to keep him warm, and I don't understand that, why they did that. But I'll figure out what I want to do, because I just got this guy and now I got this guy, so we're going to make a custom. One figure that I'm definitely going to make is a Winter Soldier figure, and I need to get another one of these figures so I can use these boots, because these are a million more times accurate than the other ones. And then I'm definitely going to use this head for the Civil War figure. Anyway, obviously this isn't much of a review, this is more of just my thoughts. Just kind of bouncing back and forth, but let's get into more of a review style. You can see that this is this is really the first attempt that Hasbro made of making their Captain America actually look like Chris Evans. The Winter Soldier one, the Winter Soldier figure, the Age of Ultron figure, and the Civil War 3-pack all had unmasked heads that really just looked like a generic guy, just comic book art. So I mean, though it's not perfect, it looks a lot like Chris Evans. If you really look for him in there, it definitely looks like Chris Evans. And I guess there's a running change of this figure where he has darker hair and better paint and a better skin tone and paint, and that figure looks a lot like Chris Evans. And I've seen some people remove this hair and do some touch-ups to the figure, and it looks really, really good. But overall, the sculpt work on this figure is really good. Everything was brand new. Marvel Legends just keep going up and up, as they're making it worth the $20, that's for sure, or $25, whatever you end up spending, because some of the figures are a little bit more expensive, but it's definitely worth it. Like, the last really great Marvel Legends figure I got was this Hugh Jackman Wolverine. This is a great figure. Really, the only thing I don't like about it are the boots. They just look a little bit plain compared to everything else, but this is a great example of a figure that's worth $20. It's got good paintwork. Overall, I think it gets crapped on a little bit, because we've seen better. Like, this head sculpt does not compare to this, but it was the first time we really seen them attempt a Chris Evans head, and they did a really good job. Obviously, there's some inaccuracies. His hair is more accurate to the concept art, or the original idea for Steve Rogers' suit, where he kind of had the same hairstyle as he usually does, at least for that point. And then obviously the glove thing, which is weird because you can see he's got a fisted hand right there with a glove on it, but yet the hand they give us doesn't have a glove on it. So I don't know what's going on there. And all the concept art I've seen of Captain America from Infinity War, he does retain both his gloves. We've seen like, there's some where his sleeves are even shorter. It's like he's removed the entire sleeve, and then he's got like a shirt underneath the vest area. But he's always got his two gloves on all the concept art that I've seen. So I don't know where they got this one glove thing. Anyway, overall the paintwork is pretty good. There's some details that could have been enhanced, like the leather areas. They should be more of a, they should have two tones on them, a brighter brown and a darker brown. But overall, this is a really good figure, and I can't wait to get the new one that's coming out, because I'll be able to make that one a lot more accurate to the movie, because this one's going to be used for something else. But for your articulation, of course, you get a 360 in the head. Your head can go up this far and down this far. Get a little bit of attitude. Your arms go up this far, which is better than horizontal, really. Wait a minute. Maybe about horizontal. It looked a little bit better. I don't know. 360. You get bicep swivel. It's a little bit of an ugly cut. They did fix that on the new Infinity War figure, but to be honest with you, I kind of prefer the sculpting of this over the new one, because it looks a little bit more like a suit. Like the new one has a little bit better anatomy. Like the shoulders are more round and the biceps are a little bit more more developed. This has, the sculpt work on this looks a little bit more like the suit in the movie, though. I feel like the Captain America suits have a very broad shoulders, and they kind of slope down like this. I don't really know how to explain that, but this looks very accurate to on screen, which I think the new one lost a little bit, but the overall like the articulation looks better because it's hidden within the red line. So it's really what you value more, the sculpt or the accuracy. But we get some double jointed elbows, which work very nicely. Wrist move side to side and back and forth. You get an ab crunch that goes back that far, which is pretty good. Down that far, pretty nice. And waist swivel. Your legs go out this far. Go forward. Get a little bit back. Thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Boot cut. Ankles move down this far. Very nice. Move up this far. And we do get a really good ankle rocker. So yeah, guys. I thought it would be pretty cool to do this figure review, because just talk about what I'm going to be working on, because I wasn't really going to be able to do it afterwards because he's going to be all taken apart. So yeah, if you guys haven't picked up this figure yet, I'd recommend doing it, especially if you're a customizer, because you can get this figure looking pretty snazzy, or you can do what I'm doing and make an even better Captain America figure with it. I do plan on getting, well, I already have the Endgame figure. It's just coming in the mail, or I'm still waiting for it to come in the mail. So I don't really need a better Captain America figure, because that one's the best one so far, but I would like to make my own, just because I'm in the creative mood, if you know what I mean. But anyway, let's do a little bit of a size comparison, actually. Here's the 10 years cap, which is just the original Civil War figure with a better paint job and some new accessories. Then we have Infinity War Hulk. He's kind of hunched over and his knees are slightly bent, so he's usually a little bit taller than that, but I would imagine you wouldn't have Hulk standing completely straight up in your display. Here's Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, and then SH Figure Arts Far From Home Spider-Man. You want another bit of a size comparison. Let's move this guy over here. There's Endgame, SH Figure Arts Endgame Iron Man, and he's his legs are extended slightly, so there's a bit of an inaccuracy there. His legs are a little bit spread a little bit, but I guess the Endgame figure is slightly shorter, so they might work in scale a little bit better. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and of course, comment down below and tell me what you think. And I'll see you guys next time.